Yo, yeah, we're here.
What's up?
I know.
Every single time we start this podcast, um, you're here for like 15, 20 minutes and you're like super chatty, real up, real like excited. And then as soon as I hit record, you're like, oh, what's up, everybody?
Just
My
right,
name's Brock. I don't get it.
right when it starts. I'm like, no,
Nothing
no.
has changed between the time that I am not recording and recording.
I really couldn't tell you.
I just,
Maybe it's like inherently, like right when you get put on stage, you're like, no, I'm not.
Right.
I'm not gonna do it.
that might be it. I don't know. I've been noticing it every week.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get that excited. I'm happy to be here.
Right. Well, I hope you're happy to be here.
How was your day?
It was fine. It was super fucking hot.
It was fucking awful.
Yeah,
I was walking out
really
to my
hot.
car and I was like, I feel like I need to change my pants because the back
Yes.
of them are wet.
Yes. Yeah. I was swamp assing it.
Yeah, what part
all
do you get
day.
sweaty first?
First,
Like,
for sure, like my back,
yeah.
and then it's like my legs.
The
and
legs
then-
are always
yeah.
mine. My legs and feet.
Yeah.
Like my legs and feet. I'm like, oh, this sucks.
My feet are never really that bad, but definitely like my legs, dude.
Oh,
are
when I-
so bad.
in the night, that's when it's really bad
Yeah.
for me. Like I'll wake up and it's just like fucking. It feels like you pissed the bed, but it's
Yeah,
literally
yeah.
just like, oh, I've just been sweating excessively all
Right.
fucking night.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. For sure. At night, it's more my upper body than my legs.
Yeah.
But I mean, they definitely still do sweat. But like at night, it is like upper body. I've woken up before just thinking I was like in a pool.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
I feel like Neo in the Matrix when he's in the bubble and you're just wet and bald. Be like, oh, I guess. Oh, fuck. You're like, is this what it's like to give birth? But I'm just a man coming out of the world.
Yes, that's exactly how I feel for sure. But just it would kind of be, because it's kind of like when he wakes up, it's like it's not sticky. It's like
It's like a gel.
like a gel, like
Yeah.
that weird consistency.
Dude, I had a weird thing as a kid where I thought it was cool, like being in like the bubbles. Like I love the Matrix.
Yeah.
Like, and I remember when I first, you don't get it a lot as a kid. You kind of get the premise of
Right,
it.
yeah.
But whenever I saw him when you're in the capsules or the battery capsules, I was like, oh, it looks so cozy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No,
just sitting there in gel, like.
I agree. I thought it looked so cozy, and I am a super like huge fan. Like when I'm sleeping,
Yeah.
I love like tight spaces.
Same.
Thank
Oh
God.
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Like those little tiny hotels that they have in airports, like in Japan.
Oh,
do you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like you literally can fit in it.
Yeah.
Dude, that would be a dream.
Or whenever, oh yeah, I've been in your old room at your parents' place when we were younger. Did you ever have like the beds where you would just try to like get into the wall?
Yes, yeah.
Like you're
yeah.
like, oh, I'm just gonna lay between the bed and the wall.
Yeah.
Like you're just like like you're a hidden body.
Yes, yeah. And it's the one thing, it's probably the one thing I don't like about sleeping with another person is that I can't do that anymore.
Oh yeah.
'Cause I would love to just be squished up against the wall at night.
When you should just get two heavy body pillows and just put them on both sides of you.
Yeah, that is what I should do. I have one, I sleep with a body pillow.
Yeah.
So I just need another one.
I do need to wash my pillowcases because I'm realizing because I sleep by holding a pillow.
Uh-huh.
I have to hold it, but I'm sweating, so I'm
Yes.
realizing my armpit sweat just getting all over a fucking pillow. And it just smells awful.
Probably. But I don't like my pillow. I mean, I don't think it ever smells that bad. But I do the same thing where I hold it.
I got like
All
the
night.
best. I think it was like a Christmas present for my mom, like last year, the year before. But I have like 3 cooling pillows.
Oh, do they work?
Yeah,
They do?
yeah. You have to rotate it, but
Okay.
it works for like 10 or 15 minutes. And you have to rotate it to the other side, and then it'll cool down.
That's kind of nice.
And I just lay
I'd
there.
like to try that. It sounds nice. I love a cold pillow. There's not many things better than a cold pillow.
Have you ever? I noticed if I fall asleep on my back, no matter what, I'm gonna wake up scared.
Yes,
I
yeah.
don't know why, because I'm so used to sleeping on my stomach, but I'll sometimes, like, especially if I'm drinking, I'll fall over.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, "Fuck!"
Yeah.
I feel like I'm always waking up like, "Where am I?"
Same. Anytime I fall asleep on my back, I am like there's definitely someone in the house.
Yeah.
There's definitely gunshots outside. Like every time I fall asleep on my back, there's demons.
Oh yeah, and half the time it's just my cat like waking
Yes,
me up,
yeah.
and I'm like, Jesus Christ.
So the other night we have a box fan outside of our room, like pushing cold air into our room from the
Yeah.
living room. And 2 nights in a row, I woke up thinking that there was like a drive-by shooting outside.
Yeah.
And you know that first like 5 or 10 seconds when you're coming out of sleep in a dream where you're not really sure what's going on?
Yeah, because you still are. It feels like there's not all your senses are back to reality.
Right,
It
yes.
feels like you're still like dreaming when you're hearing
Yeah.
shit. You're like, oh fuck.
Yeah, so for 10 seconds, 2 nights in a row, I thought there was like a shootout going on outside the house. And then it was just the fan, like the pattern of the noise of the fan.
Yeah.
And dude, it was freaking me the fuck out. So I can't sleep with the box fan on at night anymore.
Oh, my cat hates it. The box fan.
Really?
Yeah, it doesn't want to sleep. It will just run around.
That's what's going on with our cats.
It hates the box fan, so I turn it off and I just suffer, and
Yeah.
I just let my cat sleep on a blanket on the side of the bed.
Uh-huh.
It wants to sleep with me, but it doesn't want to sleep on sheets. It wants like a blanket,
Right.
and I can't do that.
You know, like, because our cats don't like, they don't get scared of it, but when I have it on all night, they are up all night.
Yep, that's what
That's what your cat
Yeah, and when my cat's up all night, I think it's because it's probably fucking alone. It wants me up too. It doesn't
Right.
want just to play. Since it has a few toys, it will play alone. But a lot of time, it'll just meow in the living room, and then that will wake me up.
Right.
I'm an
Yeah.
excessively light sleeper, so
Yeah. The meowing never bothers me, but our one cat will just like jump on top of my head in the middle of the night. And I don't know why. Because he doesn't like me very much. He likes my wife a lot.
Yeah.
He doesn't like me very much. And
he's big too.
He
It's
is
not a
big,
small
yeah.
cat. Like that's a
No,
big cat.
he's a big cat. Yeah. It really
was
pisses
it? Was
me
it?
off.
Was I talking with you? You said you wanted a Maine Coon.
Yeah, I would love a Maine Coon.
Oh
yeah.
no, I like small.
Oh, they're so cool. I like big cats. I would love a Maine Coon because they can get like dog sized.
I know. They
They're
could probably
so
take
cool.
a fucking dog too.
Right? Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
They could fuck up.
If you had a
dog.
lot of money, like if you're getting exotic, if we're getting into
A lynx.
a lynx,
A lynx, a
Oh, you already
Siberian
knew
lynx.
right away.
Yeah, they're $4,500. You can import them from Canada. They're legal to own. They're $4,500. I've
I
looked
didn't
into
even need
this.
to finish it. I didn't even need to finish it.
I've
That's like
looked into
asking,
this.
like, are you an ass or ass? No, I
Yeah.
don't like tits.
No, I've
It's
looked.
just
I've,
immediate.
Yes, I've looked into this a lot.
I don't really know that much about lynxes.
I just know that they're super cool, and I love them.
not
I love their paws. Their paws are like huge. Like they're the size of like a human hand.
I think it was you when we were living together. You were about to buy a piranha online.
I did really, yeah. I was going to, but they're illegal in Colorado to own as a pet, so you can't get them
It's hard.
shipped here.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's
you would
super
have
hard.
to drive to another state to
Right.
grab it and then take it back.
Yes, yeah.
I'm imagining
exactly.
getting pulled over. Like, is that a fish? Like, yeah, it's just a fish.
Just a fish, yeah, just a regular fish.
It's just like a fish.
That'd be the silliest thing to like get pulled over for trafficking.
It's in your back seat. It's just like a shitty fish tank with a piranha, and then two lynx just fucking scurrying in the back seat, like fuck. Like,
I got 2 lynx and a piranha. What's up? That would be so cool.
and they have their own room.
Yes, yeah, dude, that'd be awesome. What about you? If you had,
I would like just unrealistic and like a dumb idea. I just taking all the floor panels out in one of my rooms and just having a panda in there that I just go like
A panda?
Yeah, and I just go in there and hang out. I'll spray him, if it gets a little bit hot.
panda would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I just take it all out, so it's like an unfinished room. So he just
Yeah.
hangs out on the fucking cement floor.
You wouldn't like decorate it?
No, just be a room.
Just
with
have a room with a panda.
Yeah,
That's terrifying.
I'd have to go in there and clean it, but
Are pandas nice?
Yeah,
They don't kill people?
I don't know.
Oh.
One thing I did realize is I was talking to somebody and we were talking about fucking I was saying a grizzly bear would fucking kill a gorilla. Mm-hmm. And the person's like, no, a gorilla would definitely win.
What?
It's not even close. Like,
You really think so?
a grizzly bear would absolutely win. I had to look
No,
it up.
yes, a grizzly bear would win.
Yeah, we got into an argument over it. He was like, they're so big like gorillas. And I'm like, and then I had to look it up. I didn't know they're not that aggressive.
Gorillas?
Yeah. Like in the wild, they just hang out. Like you can be around them and they
Yeah.
won't attack just humans.
Right,
Bears
yeah.
will.
Yeah, bears would for sure.
There's
yes.
like barely any fucking. You have to really piss off a gorilla
Yeah.
for it to attack.
Yeah,
Most of the time
for
it's just
sure.
hanging out.
Did you watch that Netflix documentary about gorillas?
No.
I can't remember what the hell it's called, but these people like went to some part of the world and they like spent like a year or 2 years in the forest with these gorillas, and like So it was like this one pack, and then there's another pack, and they fight over like territories and borders and shit, and they're ruthless.
They're
bro.
like siblings.
They're crazy. Gorillas are ruthless. They are violent, but just to like other gorillas and monkeys. They eat monkeys. They eat them.
I thought they were herbivores, gorillas.
Yeah, no. They catch little monkeys and they just tear them to shreds and eat them. It's crazy. Watching it is like kind of sad. It's crazy.
Because the monkey, there's no fight. There's no. It's immediate.
No,
death.
yeah. They're immediately, yeah. It's not fun. It's great. Like, yeah, they will just catch them and just like swing them around and kill them. It's crazy.
They don't even have to hit them against anything.
No. Yeah, gorillas are nuts, dude. They're nuts.
Planet of the Apes is like a nightmare, not for us, but for the monkey world.
Yeah.
Just.
Yeah, Planet of the Apes.
Did you ever see the Mark Wahlberg one?
No.
Oh,
Did you?
It's really bad.
It's bad?
Yeah, because I've seen all of them actually. Even the new ones are awesome.
I don't think I've seen any of them.
The new ones are really good. The ones
they?
that come out the last three, the past like 10 years are really good. There's a Mark Wahlberg one that Tim Burton directed that is awful. It is really it's so bad it's funny.
Right.
Mark Wahlberg falls in love with one of the gorillas.
What?
Yeah, he has like a love because they hate him because it's almost like beat for beat the original movie, like the original one. But fucking Mark Wahlberg falls in love with like one of the leader girls, and then they have like, this whole love scene. And I'm trying to remember the end of the movie. Oh, the end of the movie, he sees the Lincoln Memorial, but Abraham Lincoln's a monkey.
What?
So he finds out that it's just the whole time it's just been the monkey world.
What the fuck? That's so ridiculous.
Oh, and the fucking... It's all practical, too, so there's no really CGI, so they all look really weird. It looks like the fucking... the Cats, like the modern-day Cats movie.
Yeah.
They all look so odd. Because they look like...
It's like a fever dream.
Yeah, because they look like a person, but then they just put monkey prosthetics around their face, so you can still see who the actor is. I think Forrest Whitaker's one of them.
No!
And the whole time you're like, that's Forrest Whitaker! No monkey has those eyes.
That's amazing. That's crazy. I mean, like I said, I've never seen any of them, and I really have. I've been wanting to watch them, but I just can't find them anywhere for free.
Yeah,
I
saw
to watch
them all in theaters.
Right,
That's why I really remember them.
Yeah,
those ones.
I'm sure I could definitely go to like Entertain Mart, and I'm sure they have a box set.
Oh, I fucking love Entertain Mart.
Entertain Mart's the best.
You can get swords, porn, and like anime, and
Yeah.
then you can get PS2 games.
Yeah, it's amazing.
All in one place.
Most of my PS2 games have come from Entertain Mart. They have 1 million.
I know.
And a great selection.
Yeah, I have to get all my Blu-rays there. I have to make myself get like a budget because I'll get like collector's editions of movies, and I'm like, I just spent $200 on Entertain Mart.
Yes, yeah.
Get
You can go crazy at Entertain Mart.
Get an Xbox 360 without a serial code.
No, yeah.
Oh, I remember when I was a kid, I really badly wanted to buy one of those like fucking 10-foot illuminate like posters they have on the walls.
Yeah.
That like take up the whole room. I don't know if those are for sale.
I'm not sure.
Oh.
I don't know.
Did you ever, speaking of those, I just remembered it because I was thinking about it a couple days ago. Did you have any of those friends that just had like naked women posters in their room?
I don't think so.
Or weed posters?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
To be honest, yeah, I don't think so. Did you?
Yeah, I think Riley did. I think he had a naked girl poster, and I remember being in that room being like, damn, your mom was so cool. She was allows you to looking at it. Just naked women in the room, and you're like...
It's so weird, especially at 12 years old.
That's such a power move for the kid.
Oh, yeah.
To be like, what are you going to do about it?
Yeah.
I like
Look,
naked
these
girls.
are my room.
Yeah, this is my room. I like weed, and I like tits.
Yeah. This might be your house, but this is my room.
You enter 6th grade, and you're like, what's your room look like? Oh, I have tits everywhere.
It's so silly. Yeah, I did not have any friends like that, I don't think.
That's cool at that age. If I did it now, I'm closer to 30 than I am 20.
Right,
So
yeah.
just having just stacks of Playboys, just stack a whole room full of like vintage Playboys. I'm like, kind of a bachelor.
A vintage Playboys would kind of be cool.
Yeah.
If you had them in like the plastic sleeves and
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like that would be kind of cool. But if you just had like random ripped out pages,
That would be psychotic.
that would be psychotic. Yeah. That would be nuts.
Just ripped out porn pages duct taped on a wall.
Yes.
And then they're like, oh, are these actresses? I'm like, no, they're women I know.
This looks like it was from the 70s. Yes. Correct.
How old are you? You guess. You only see me come out during the night.
Yes. Your guess is also, it's as good as mine.
I'm a porn addicted vampire.
Porn addicted vampire. Think about how much a vampire has seen change over the course of like sex and porn and all that.
They only get to see the worst parts of life. They only see things that happen at night. They don't get to see like the happiness of day life.
That's true. That's really true. I didn't think about that.
Who would have thought everyone's just drunk and whores?
All the
Especially
time.
1700s.
Right, yeah.
Like where it's like the whole world is just filled with whores. For some reason in my head, I think they're all in England. I don't think any of them lived in America.
Right, yeah.
In my brain.
I think about that too all the time. Like in the 1700s, there was no one here in the 1700s.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's all in England.
There's just one lone vampire who got lost at sea and he's just hanging out with Native Americans. Like, fuck.
That would be cool.
Like, they would probably worship him.
Yeah, for sure.
He's just eating the blood out of people and they're like,
Yeah.
oh, I can get around this guy.
Yes.
Or
yeah.
Egyptians.
Egyptians for sure. Egyptians are so cool.
Yeah, that would be honestly one of the worst ways to die as a vampire, just getting locked in a tomb and not being able to get out. And you're like, please kill me.
Yeah, because you just live in there forever.
Yeah.
Forever. It'd be horrifying. Oh my God.
Yeah.
You'd probably like just now probably be getting found by someone doing an excavation. Can you imagine if vampires were real and they found a tomb and they opened it and you're just like, oh, thank God. I've been down there for 2,000 years. Thank you. Jesus.
He's not even mad.
No, just so happy to be out. But then what if they opened it in the sunlight? So you get free and then immediately turn into dust.
You're hanging out there like, I can't wait to open this tomb. We've been looking for it. And then I was like, let's pull it out real quick. Out of like, the fucking pyramid.
Yeah.
They're wheeling it out. Everyone's like, what's going to be in there? They like hit it with the fucking crowbar. 2 crowbar, 4 guys. They all jack it up. And they're just immediate screaming. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
That would be so crazy. That'd be so funny.
Weeks later, they're like, COVID vaccine burns man alive in a tomb in Egypt.
COVID vaccine. Oh my God. Oh shit.
They're turning the vampires gay.
Turning the vampires gay. Oh good Lord.
The funny thing is, I always thought vampires could be way more real than like werewolves. I thought werewolves.
Yeah.
Werewolves are always like too ridiculous for me to have fun with.
Yeah, I agree. I agree for sure. There's definitely, or supernatural things that, werewolves. I was like, I don't think so. But a vampire, I could get behind a vampire for sure.
Vampires even up there with like when I was a kid, aliens and vampires. I thought were like for sure.
Yeah.
Ghosts, obviously.
Yeah.
But vampires were in the same ballpark. Werewolves, I was like, that's too ridiculous.
Right.
Or like Frankenstein, I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
That's never gonna happen. For sure. I agree with you. What about like Bigfoot? Do you believe in Bigfoot?
I was never a Bigfoot kid.
No. I guess I wasn't either. I think I always like.
I remember you got into him in middle school though. You always talked about Bigfoot with me in middle school.
I did?
Or was it Mike? I think I might lump
Definitely
it
like Mike or Garrett.
Because I remember you were talking about Bigfoot a lot. You liked Bigfoot, I thought.
I mean, I do.
Yeah.
I think that Bigfoot is or was real, but I'm not like dedicating my life to it. I'm not Tom DeLonge.
That's the next Blink album is just 50-year-old men instead of singing about breakups from 30 years ago. A whole album dedicated to Bigfoot research.
Bigfoot and aliens. Be a great album.
Where's Bigfoot again?
If anyone could pull it off, it would be Blink-182.
I miss you.
I miss you.
Bigfoot. Heart Tom.
Where are you?
And then like Mark does the fucking Bigfoot voice. So it's like a duet.
That would be awesome. I'd listen to that.
Instead of Beauty and the Beast, it's just punk rock guy and a beast.
Punk rock guy and a beast.
That was another thing. Speaking of that, I never. I mentioned a Disney thing. Did you watch it? Were you a big Disney kid at all?
I mean, I watched a lot of Disney movies. I don't know if I was like a Disney kid.
I don't remember seeing Disney movies. I just watched a lot of like DreamWorks.
Oh.
Like I love Toy Story, Monsters Inc.
So probably DreamWorks and Pixar movies. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the majority of what I watch, not Disney.
I was like thinking, have I seen Snow White? If you're like, what's the premise of it? I'm like, is that the one with the dwarfs?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
I know that. That's it. That's all I know.
Really?
I don't know what happens in it.
I've seen Snow White, Beauty and the Beast. What are other? I can't name Disney movies.
Cinderella is the bitch with the hair.
Cinderella is the Little Mermaid Disney.
Yes.
Little Mermaid.
I remember having.
Did you say Cinderella is the bitch with the hair?
Yeah, she's the one with the long hair in the castle.
That's Rapunzel.
Okay.
That's Rapunzel. Cinderella's the slipper, the glass.
Oh, okay.
The glass shoe.
I'm more of a feet guy than hair guy, so I should have saw that one.
Yeah, definitely. Damn, maybe that's where my foot fetish started, was with Cinderella.
She did have nice feet.
She did.
Even though they didn't draw the toes, so it just was an appendage.
Right, yeah.
You're just into toeless girls.
It's always funny to like go back and think to where like some of your like the stuff that you like now maybe came from. Do you ever do that?
Yeah, I do. Like, what you're thinking of? Like, I know. I'm trying to think. I like butts, but I think like in elementary school, like when a girl would wear a dress, and I was like, hell yeah. That's why I like dresses. You know, like like sundresses. I'm like, oh, you're so fucking cute.
Yeah,
I like you so much.
for sure. Yes.
Leggings weren't even a thing when I was a kid, so I think everyone universally just likes leggings.
Yeah, I mean they were really popular when we were in middle school, was when they started.
In the developmental phase, I feel like it's even earlier for a lot of like your attraction.
Right,
It's like
yeah.
I think in elementary school.
Yeah.
Because I like girls even when I was like in second grade. That's all I wanted. I was like, I want a girlfriend.
Same.
So bad.
Yes, I agree. I think I always had a girlfriend. Yeah. I remember my first girlfriend in kindergarten.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
see, I had my first one in kindergarten. This is actually a funny one. My parents came to school, and I don't remember her name, but she was black.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when my parents came there, her parents were also coming there, and then we had like a meeting kind of thing where she was going to introduce I don't remember any of this.
Right.
But she went and grabbed her parents, brought them over, and then I went and brought my parents, and then I'm like, this is my girlfriend, and then she was like, this is my boyfriend, and both the parents were like, what the fuck is going on here?
Really?
They didn't care. It was just it was a funny thing. Like, we did it so professionally. Like, this is my wife.
Yeah.
These are my parents.
You guys are just 5 years old. Like,
yeah, like,
hey, this is my girlfriend. These are my parents. That's great. Yeah, my first girlfriend, her name was Harley. And that was kindergarten. And I think I don't...
Just with a name like that, I'm just like lesbian.
Lesbian.
Just Harley sounds way too intense.
I don't know if she was a lesbian. Maybe now she is, but back then she wasn't, at least. I feel like we were boyfriend, girlfriend like all year. And then in first grade, we were in different classes. So we were really pissed off about that. Because I remember like going the first day of first grade and looking around and she wasn't in my class. And then finding her at recess and talking to her. And we were both like, damn.
We're not in class together.
We can't be boyfriend and girlfriend this year. And I was like, I mean, yeah, you're right. So then there was this other girl, Jasmine. And Jasmine was black. And I really liked her. And I think we were boyfriend and girlfriend for a little while.
What was the space? Were you just like, oh, fuck Harley, I got Jasmine?
I don't have any idea.
No, I know. I just like to imagine it was the date of it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, like you just went back in and then you saw Jasmine, like, time to fucking ditch this bitch to the curb.
No.
Just throw rocks at her at recess. You're like, I got a new girl.
Knowing me, it probably was that quick.
Yes.
I mean, that's been my whole life. I've never taken a break.
Yeah.
It's 1 week. 1 week, on to the next. I could get divorced. I think it would be 1 week, on to the next.
Just immediate Craigslist post. Just got divorced. Wants to get married again. Looking for a new wife. Who's looking for a stepdad in this room?
Anybody you find on Craigslist is not a winner.
No.
not a winner at all. And their kids, even worse.
Whenever you go on Craigslist, I look around and I just see a whole room of losers. 0 winners.
0 winners. All losers.
I look around here and I say, look at all these losers. A lot of tube tops too small for the waist. Breaking open like an old Danimals?
Danimals?
Like the yogurt?
Yes.
If you just grab the Danimals and you squeeze it too hard, that's the sides. That's their hips breaking out of the tube top.
God.
Oh, no. Yeah, I remember just always... I had a few girlfriends. I think I told you about the one in... it was actually a crazy story. In first grade. I was in like first grade, and my parents I had no TV. No, I had TV. I had no restrictions, really.
Yeah.
And I loved reality TV shows.
Yeah.
So I would just watch Flavor of Flav, Flavor of Love, Bret Michaels, Rock of Love. I was going up to be a real winner.
Right, yeah. Yes.
All those early shows. So I thought that's just how you dealt with conflict.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, that's how you have to act when things...
And talk to women. And
yes, especially that one.
Yeah, right.
So I was like in first grade, I think I was like 6, and then she brought me by the bathroom. She's like, I just don't think we should be together anymore.
Well, and for anybody who maybe didn't grow up in the era of these TV shows, maybe we should explain like how, Bret Michaels dealt with people and how the women dealt with people. Just real quick.
Very first episode of Flavor Flav's Flavor of Love, when he eliminates the girl, this is episode 1, premiere.
Okay, yeah.
She shits on the stairs outside of the
Right.
range.
So, an 8-year-old is watching this, and he's like, this is how you deal with rejection. Keep going.
Oh, yeah, I remember Bret Michaels being turned on when the woman fought. He was like, this is awesome.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
So I was like, that's how you deal with it. She broke up with me, and I called her a bitch, and then I spit at her.
Oh my God.
I think I missed, so not on her, but at her direction.
Right. Yeah.
Was upset. Was pretty
sure.
upset. Her mom really upset.
You don't say.
Next day, I get out of school, and I was with my friend Thomas, and we were about to walk home, and we're like a few yards away from the school. I just hear, hey! And I turn around, and the mom's coming up. I'm like, oh, this definitely is about that issue.
Right.
I know what she's about to say.
Yeah.
She's like, you will never talk to my daughter that way again. I swear to God. This shows my friend group. Thomas was looking in his bag while I was getting yelled at, pulled out a Nerf gun, shoots his mom in the face with a Nerf gun, and he goes, shut up, cunt. I didn't know what that word was.
How old were you?
I was 6, he was 8.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
8 years old?
I think she was more shocked that he said it. She was just
Yes.
like, what the fuck are these kids doing?
For sure. An 8-year-old calls you a cunt, you're taken aback. There is nothing you can say after that.
Because you can't yell back because, this guy he's on the higher ground now.
Yeah, he doesn't give a fuck. He's 8-year-old. Nothing to lose. Literally nothing to lose.
There's no job. He just started school.
Right, yeah. What are you going to do? Expel me?
If you tell my parents, they'll be like, she's lying.
Yes, exactly.
Why would I say that? I'm 8.
I don't even know what that word means.
I didn't know what it was, but by her reaction, I was like, that's not good.
That's not a good word.
Not at all.
Oh my God.
10 years later.
Okay.
I'm 15. I think it was a sophomore in high school. I get a friend request. I think it was Taya or Trisha or Tara. One of these 3 names. That was her name. I just know it was one of those.
Right.
Get a Facebook friend request. I see it. I don't know who this is. Tube top, kind of like ghetto looking, overly moosed hair where it looks wet. And I'm like, who are you? No mutual friends either.
Right.
But I was like younger where you just accept anyone.
Yeah.
Get a message right away. It's like, hey, do you remember me? And I'm like, honestly, nah. You're re-jogging my memory. She's like, oh, we dated in first grade. Yeah.
She sent you a friend request?
Yeah. Did.
And 0 mutual friends, so she had to search you.
That's a weird part too, yeah.
Yeah.
So she was probably looking
So
for a
one day
yearbook.
she was just like, oh, Brock Allen. Damn, I remember we dated.
Yeah.
He called me a bitch and then spit in my face.
I didn't. It gets crazier.
Okay.
She messages me, doesn't mention any of that.
Okay.
At all.
Right.
Snapchat just came out. And then she was like, hey, you want to add me on Snapchat? I'm like, sure. At the time, I was talking to somebody else on Snapchat, mutual friend of ours. this person, if you added her on Snapchat and asked, let's call her Brittany. This Brittany girl, we would know if you had her on Snapchat. If you just asked to see her boobs, she would send them.
Right.
So I was talking to Brittany and this Taya girl
Uh-huh.
on Snapchat. I'm sending risque photos to Brittany while
Right.
talking to Taya.
Right.
In the process of doing this, I think I got maybe 2 messages in before this happened. Like, she's like, hey, it's Taya. I'm like, hey, it's Brock. She's like, how are you? I sent what I was trying to send to Brittany to Taya. So, hi, how are you? Nothing much. Dick. Dick.
So, what'd she say?
I noticed it right away, and I was like, oh, shit.
Right.
I was like, I'm the worst person in this
Yeah.
person's life.
Yes.
Boobs.
No.
Immediate.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's
just...
probably the one time that would work for anybody.
Yeah. I was like, oh, fuck.
That's so crazy. Did she ever bring up what happened in first grade?
No.
Never?
We went on a date 2 days after that Snapchat thing, because I was like, oh, boobs.
Yeah, right.
And I was like, do you want to go to a movie? And we saw Gravity in IMAX.
Oh, shit.
So I met her at the theater. She lived in Pueblo.
Okay.
Because she left. Oh, she was also crazy because in second grade, she lied and said that someone touched her in the bathroom.
Ooh.
Like a person from outside. Not in the school, but someone, like a citizen, came into the girl's bathroom and touched her.
Really?
And then it came out she was lying about it because it was
Oh,
on the
shit.
news.
It was on the news?
Yeah.
And she was lying about it?
Yeah, she was lying about it.
For sure.
Yes.
Damn.
Because it came out, and then a day later, it came out that it was a lie, and then she got, I think, expelled or something from like elementary school.
In second grade?
Second or third, or she got taken out. I just remember not seeing her after that.
Right, yeah.
This is all hazy, but I know she lied, and then I never saw her again.
Yes.
Don't know what happened. Then this is now happening. I'm going on a date after accidentally sending my dick to somebody.
Right, yeah.
Hanging out there. She lives in Pueblo. She's at that time. I was like, oh, what school you go to in Pueblo? And then I only knew like 2 of them. I think it's the 2 there. And she was like, oh, I don't. I was like, oh, you don't go to school? She's like, I'm thinking about getting a GED.
What?
She was missing school because she was in jail for assault charges.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, fuck, I wish I wasn't on this date. And then it was a good time. And then I watched the movie and then got picked up by a friend and then kind of just never talked again. I kind of didn't want to talk to her because it kind of like intimidated me.
Yeah,
'Cause
sure.
she had like a record. It wasn't just
Right.
that. She had like assault, drug charges. And then a part of me was like, did I ever accidentally cause this by being so mean to you at 5?
No, there's no way. If she
No.
didn't bring it up,
Yeah.
you know, maybe her mom really was just a giant cunt. Maybe that's all it was.
Yeah.
You know? Always blame.
Hindsight's always 20/20.
Always blame the mother.
Hindsight's always 20/20.
It is.
He's like, I might have spit on her, but you've done a lot worse. Am I right? Cunt.
Oh, classic Seinfeld joke.
Sorry, I didn't mean to tell that whole thing, but right when you said it, I'm like, oh, I have a whole
No,
story.
yeah, that's a great story. That's a good story. I like that one. That's a good one.
I remember getting nauseous in Gravity. I do remember that. That movie was really intense. I saw it like an IMAX.
Yeah.
I was
I
like,
didn't see it in theater, but I could definitely see like getting nauseous during that movie. I don't think I have any like. No, I do have like a crazy parent story for sure.
have we said this on here?
No, I don't. I don't think I've ever talked about this.
Okay, I know there was an abuse one that you mentioned.
Abuse?
You knew somebody who was getting abused by their parents. You mentioned it on one of the episodes, I thought.
I can't remember.
Go on.
Anyway, this was like right after high school.
Okay, then no, this is not that story.
Okay, yeah. So this is right after high school. I broke up with my longtime girlfriend. You know, this is like a year fucking later. And me and my girlfriend at the time, who's now my wife, we went to see a play. And at the play, we run into the girl that I had been dating and her family.
Ooh.
Right.
That's you're outnumbered.
Yes, for sure. So anyway, the grandpa.
These are Italians too.
Yeah, yes.
These fucking greasy fucks have a mouth.
Oh my God, that was a lot just now.
Sorry.
Anyway, the grandfather comes and he like shoulder checks me and my wife.
Okay,
Who's my girlfriend at the time?
I felt bad about that comment. I don't care.
Maybe
much.
not anymore.
Okay.
So at first I'm thinking, it's been a year. Maybe this is just a joke, right? Maybe he's just like, whatever. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. So I'm like, what's up, man? And then he's like, he said, what's up? I was like, nothing, what's up? And he was like,
oh, he was like, what's up?
Right, yeah. And that's when I was like, oh shit, this dude like wants to fight or something. And so he says, I can't remember what he said to me, but I was like, bro, fuck off. Like, whatever. He starts telling me, he was like, well, you're a fucking F word. The F-A-G-G-O-T.
No, I know it.
Right. And I was like, what the fuck is going on?
We said con earlier, so I think.
Yeah, but that's,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's a little different.
No, because that's. Okay, there's words that you could say that even like if I'm around people and someone's like, oh, my. And we're
Right.
That's different. But if someone's like,
right,
you're like, ooh, all right, he's going all out with the fucking ammo.
Yes, yeah. So anyway, he starts calling me faggot, and I'm like, the whole time I'm like, why is an 80-year-old man
That's funny, honestly.
calling me a faggot? Like, what is going on in front of like friends and just the public? It's just the public. I'm getting yelled at by an 80-year-old man who's calling me a fag.
Everyone probably around who doesn't know the situation thinks that you're getting hate crime, probably.
Right,
They're
yes.
like, oh my god, this fucking...
I mean, I'm looking around at people's faces and they are just stunned. Like, absolutely stunned. So anyway...
Like, this fucking wop's got a mouth.
Right, and so the mom comes and grabs him and like takes him away. Like, what the fuck is going on? So like,
see, I knew very little of this story.
Right.
That part I did not know.
Yeah, I mean, he's just going in. He's telling me like my whole family's gay and all this crazy shit. I'm like, what is going on? At one point, he told me that I should have died or some shit. I was like, what the fuck? And he continues this. Excuse me. He continues this whole like barrage as he's being trucked out the door by his daughter-in-law, right? And so anyway, me being me, I get pissed off. I follow him out in the parking lot.
Right? Younger you was like a short fuse sometimes.
Right, yeah. And I didn't want to deal with shit around 50 fucking witnesses. So I walk out
because
in the
no matter
parking
what,
lot.
if you fuck up an 80-year-old, you still look like the asshole.
Yes, exactly.
It's like that. Women, like it's like
Yes.
no matter what happens,
Yeah.
you look like the bad guy.
Yes, you do, for sure. So I follow him out in the parking lot. He's still yelling at me. I'm yelling at him. And anyway, they get into the car, and this girl's mom has the nerve to say something to me. Like, oh, she said, you need to quit it. You're better than this. And I said, he's an 80-year-old fucking man. What are you talking about? She said something else to me, and then I called her a cunt. And I think that might be the first time I called someone a cunt in my life.
I don't think I've ever done it. No, I have. I have in public.
Say, like, yeah.
I have like in a rate, not to someone I know, but like a bystander,
right?
Like somebody yelling at me, I'll do it. But I don't know about anyone in my real life like that.
I don't know why I did it.
I
can't remember what she said, but like she said something very mild to me,
and you just escalated.
And I was over it. I was over the whole thing. I was over the whole family. I was just done, and that's the way it ended. Never talked to any of them again.
Let me take a good guess here. Just a real guess. I'm guessing race relations. He's not a fan. The grandpa
of white people.
Of other people.
Oh no. No, not at all.
Anybody, and even certain whites, he's like, because a lot of those old Italians, they even hate other whites.
Yes, for sure. I could tell some stories about that, but I'm not.
Yeah, I know. I'm not asking you to. That'd be too much.
No, yeah, that'd be way too much.
He sees some locker balls at the Thanksgiving, and he's like, God damn it, fucking.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I've always had these crazy interactions in my life.
Mine are like weird, like weird coincidences. I always have.
Right.
You always have ones that escalate. Like you're
like,
always a part of like crazy escalations.
Yes, it's about to turn into a fight.
Yeah.
constantly. This
I've been around you when it's happened, and I'm like, let's
Yeah.
just get the fuck out of here.
Were you with us when that dude cut me off in the neighborhood?
Here.
No, in Brendan's neighborhood.
No, I
Were
actually,
you
I
there
know,
for
I
that?
know this story a little bit.
Right. Yeah, so anyway, it was me, our friend Brendan, and Aaron, and we were driving to Brendan's house. I made a right-hand turn. I made it a little bit too wide, and there was a car coming around the bend.
Oh, I know where. Yeah.
Right. So then I kind of had to swerve, and he swerved a little bit, and I was like, oh my gosh, I was like, my bad.
Yeah.
Right? My bad. I wasn't paying attention. I was dicking around with these guys. So I'm just keep on going. All of a sudden, I see this dude hauling ass behind me.
Oh.
I'm like,
shit.
what the fuck? And so he comes around me and then pulls in front of me, pulls up onto the sidewalk, and I almost hit his car, right? Him and his wife get out of the car, and they start cussing at me, telling me I'm an idiot, all this crazy shit, and I'm just sitting in the driver's seat. I'm like, what is
I
that?
remember because I came over later and you were still fuming.
Oh, yeah, because in that moment, I was really cool, because
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not getting out of this car.
That's how it always works. Like
Yeah.
you usually, if you're sane, if
Right.
you're a sane person, in the heat of the moment, you're just like, I want to de-escalate this.
Yes.
Psychopaths.
I didn't want to de-escalate it,
Oh.
but I didn't want to get to the level that they were at,
Yeah.
out of the car yelling, because
Yeah.
that's when it gets crazy, right? So anyway, this dude's like threatening a whole bunch of shit. He said, I'm going to slash your tires, all this nonsense. And so I just like, I got a little bit wild, and I carried this really big knife with me for a long time. This dude was like, I should slash your fucking tires right now.
You went all Kenny Powers.
Well, I grabbed the knife and I stuck it out the window. I was like, go ahead, slash him.
Oh.
I said, if you're-
calmly too.
yeah. So I was so calm, dude. I said, if you're such the big man that you say you are right now in front of your wife and your son, slash my fucking tires. I dare you to do it. And so then he was like, I'm not going to fall into your trap, bro. This is a trap. You're going to film me doing that, and then you're going to call the police.
You have the knife. Like
Right.
I thought he meant trap. Like you're gonna hurt him. Like
Right.
you plan this whole time. Be like he's planning to murder me
Yes.
by a vehicle accident.
Yeah, I'm like, so anyway, I was like, dude, whatever. He keeps telling me to stop cussing because his son is in the back seat. His son is 25 years old,
Oh really?
at least. He had a beard.
Like is he disabled?
The man has a beard, bro. And let's not forget, they jumped out of the car cussing at me.
The son did too.
No, just the
Oh,
mom.
I
and-
love how the son just like
He's just sitting in the back seat, like. Here we go again. My crazy fucking parents can't let anything go. Like that is definitely what he was thinking in the
oh
back seat
yeah.
of
If
that
he
car.
stayed in the car, that's like a move of him. Be like I'm not following.
Right,
you.
yeah. He's
I'm
like,
not dealing with this.
No, he's like, they do this once a fucking week. I'm over it. I've been dealing with this shit for 25
I love
years.
him. Like don't cuss in front of my son. You're like he can drink. He can go to war.
I know. I said, bro, your son has a beard. What are you talking about? Don't cuss in front of him. You're the ones cussing. This whole time I'm being really chill. I'm very chill. Anyway, finally I just am like, fuck this. I put my Jeep in reverse and I drive around him. And this dude yells something at me as I'm driving away. And so that was when I was like, nah. I pulled over. I got out of the car. And then Aaron jumps out of the car too. And I was like, bro, I'm right here. Like, this is what you wanted the whole time. I'm right here. So let's go. And
Wait. This was 1-on-1 now.
yeah, I got out of the car.
Yeah.
He's still out of his car. And I'm just a little bit up the street. Like, I'm really not that far away from him. Like, he could hear me
That park
the way
right
I'm
there.
talking to you. Yeah, we're right at the park.
I know where you're at. Like,
Yeah.
that's where in my head where I'm like that's
Right.
where they're at.
Yes, yeah. So I'm like, I'm right here, bro. Like, this is what you've wanted the whole time. I'm out of the truck. Let's do it.
Was he a big guy?
No, he was probably like 40. He was definitely taller than me. And I mean, I wouldn't say he was built, but he wasn't like skinny or nothing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's just 40-year-old dude,
Yeah.
for sure. And so he keeps talking shit, and I like start walking over there because I'm like, obviously this dude's not coming to me. And so goes back to the whole I'm going to slash your tires thing. I'm just trying to call his bluff.
Yeah.
And I did. Him and his wife got back in their car and they
That's
left.
how it always works.
Oh, yeah.
Like I told you, like that time when I was at a concert and there was two dudes bickering behind me and my dad when I was like 15. When I was like, should we move? He's like, give it 30 seconds.
Right.
2 minutes later, they're getting each other shots.
Right,
And he's
yes.
like, that's always the rule.
Yes.
It's like, a fight's going to happen in the first minute. If not, you're not going to fight.
Yes, exactly.
Nobody like escalates into like trying to fight after
Right.
5 minutes when they cool down.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. I knew as soon as I put that knife out the window to try and give it to him to slash my tires, he wasn't going to do it.
Yeah.
I knew as soon as I got out of my car, he wasn't going to do anything.
Oh, that's what you did. I thought you were saying you pointed a knife and you're like, come on.
No.
Oh.
No.
This whole time, I thought you like, he's like, I'm going to slash your tires. And you like had a knife pointed. You're like, come over here and do it.
No.
That's what I thought you
Oh
did.
my God. No, I would never do that.
That's what I.
That's an immediate felony.
That's what I thought you did this whole time.
No.
Because I was like, yeah. That's when he said, I'm not going to fall into your trap. I'm like, what trap? He's going to stab him? Like,
Oh my God. No, I'm sorry if that got. No, I tried to give him a knife
oh, okay.
to slash my tires.
I thought it was like, do it.
No.
Fucking slash my tire.
No. Oh my God. No.
Okay.
I was just trying to call his bluff.
Oh.
He said I should slash your tires. I said, go ahead and do it.
This is
Here's
like
a
Street
knife,
Fighter,
do it.
Where it's like, I'm calling your bluff.
Oh my God.
Like,
No.
I'm not lying.
I'm not Rambo. I'm not doing that shit. That's crazy.
It's so funny. It's so fucked up.
That's insane. I can't believe you think that I would do that. That's what I'm moron about right now.
If he came over, he fucking pulling a pocket knife into the back tire. And have you seen the last Rambo movie? The very last one?
yes.
You just walk up to him, gut him up, and then tear his heart out, and you're like, no one slashes my tires. Just
So
like,
crazy.
It escalates to an unhealthy level where you're ripping a man's heart out, and you're like, that's what you get.
Just throw it at his son in the back seat.
And then you just say,
You old enough for this?
fuck you. Just walk away.
Oh. So anyway,
Yeah.
they get in their car and they leave, and I'm pissed off and whatever. We go back to the house and we're just chilling. Like 30 minutes later, knock on the door. It's the cops. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
You didn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
You're also the kid, and cops will usually be like,
Yeah.
the teenager's the one causing it.
Yeah. So he said, who drives the blue Jeep? And I was like, it's me. He's like, okay, I need to talk to you. He's like, we just got a call that you cut somebody off, got out of your car, and then pulled a knife on them. And I was like, that is like completely backwards for the most part. I was like, no, whoever called the cops on me, I should have called the cops on them. They cut me off, got out of their
being a
car, and
police officer
threatened me.
Must suck so fucking much.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's just like, you're just like a high school guidance counselor. You're hearing two sides of a
Right.
story every day.
For adults.
Yes, for adults.
For grown men and women.
So they're more cognitive of lying better.
Right, yes. Exactly.
Yeah.
So anyway, he's like, I told him, I said, I tried to give him a knife to slash my tires.
Yeah.
And he was like, okay, well, can I see the knife? And I gave him a different knife, just a little pocket knife, because I didn't want to give him this little Bowie knife that I had in
Gave
my...
him a man's heart.
And so anyway, the whole thing was whatever. A month later, we figured out where he lives, and we egged his house. I mean, we egged the fuck out of his house.
I wonder if he knew who it was.
I'm sure he had some idea. It's either that or he's done this crazy shit so much that he's like, I don't know who it could be. It could be any one of the 100 16-year-olds I've yelled at the last week.
Because he's the type of guy, it's never his fault either.
Right, yeah,
so he's always yelling at kids. So every day he's like, this generation of kids fucking sucks. I remember when kids used to respect adults.
Exactly, yes. Yeah,
Like
he's that guy.
Yes.
I'm like, I was never disrespectful, like, to begin with, really.
Yeah. He's the one who got out of his car and started yelling at you.
Yes.
I think I told you, it was like, I was like 18 when I started my job now. So fucking years ago. Yeah, 2016 around. Because I was still smoking at the time. And I didn't know you shouldn't do this. So I do apologize. I didn't think it was a big deal. I didn't know you shouldn't do this. Coming from work, I'm having a cigarette in my car. I'm near Dublin, and I just flick it out my window, my cigarette.
Yeah.
It's raining also.
Right.
I didn't think anything of it.
Yeah.
Behind me, I hear excessive honking. And I no joke, the light's still red. I look out my window because I could see it's more serious, and I'm like, everything okay? And this guy's like out of his window. And he's like, fuck you, motherfucker. You could start a forest fire. And I probably sounded condescending. I put two and two together, and I was like, oh, I probably shouldn't throw my cigarettes out my window.
Right, yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'm sorry, man. I won't do it again. I didn't even think about it.
Right.
I don't know if he took me as being a dick.
Right.
I didn't mean that to come off, but I for real was like, oh, I apologize. Won't happen
Yeah.
again, dude. He's like, fuck you, bitch. Yeah. And then
because that's very much you to just immediately realize like, oh, I did something not that cool,
Yeah.
and to apologize.
Yeah.
And people just aren't used to that, so they take it. I think anybody would take immediate apologies as, oh, this dude's being a dick right now.
Yeah.
For sure.
So I was like, oh, I realized it. And then I started driving. He's following me on Academy. Like, he's riding my ass. And then I try to pull off into a neighborhood so I can try to lose him. Because I was like, if anything's going to happen, I don't want it to be on Academy. If this guy's going to try to, like, wean me off the road.
Right.
I was like, if he's going to do it one-on-one, it's going to be on the on a back street. He follows me. I had a police baton that was a taser. Mm-hmm. So I had my hand, I was holding on to it, and then I got to a parking lot, I pulled behind the building. Mm-hmm. This is probably not a smart idea, because he wanted to hurt me.
Right.
That could have been one, that could have happened, but he just stopped.
He could have just shot you behind the building, and that would have been it.
I just didn't want to get, like, in a wreck on Academy going 40.
Right, but you should have pulled into, like, a lit area.
It was kind of. It was like I pulled off, and I went to, like, a building. The parking lot had cars.
Sure.
But there was no one in the parking lot.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's the only time. It was this was like 4 days ago. I was coming home, and I was coming down the road from my parents' house, and it's that gas station that you and Aaron went to. Mm-hmm. So I'm turning left to go on to Murray. Mm-hmm. And the light has the green arrow, and I'm coming down the road, and this like red convertible Mercedes is still just sitting there. So I'm halfway down the hill, and I see he's not moving, so I honk. I'm not even behind him yet.
Right, yeah.
He still stops, but then he bolts and then just gives me the bird.
Oh my God.
And then I still get through the light.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, why'd you flip me off? I was just letting you know you should go.
Right.
And then he's going, and at the next light, it's yellow, and he darts through it, so I miss it. Mm-hmm. I was like, I don't care.
Right, yeah.
I was like,
This is not that big a deal.
Like, he's trying to prove a point. And
right.
Then he keeps flipping the bird through the light, and I stop, and I'm literally at my window like, I'm not trying to do this.
Right. That's the one thing I don't understand is if you honk at someone because the light has turned green, and it's been green for a decent amount of time, it's not, hey, motherfucker, fucking move your ass. It's just like, hey, the light's green, let's go.
Yeah.
That's how I take it if I'm not paying attention.
Sometimes I'll wait. Like, I'll be like,
right, yeah, for sure. Some people, they fucking freak out.
He was definitely middle-aged because he had a bald head, and it had like the gray hair that was a halo around the back of it. Mm-hmm. But what he did was he pulled into like there's like a racket center near where I live. Like if you're going down that road, you go on left. It's like a communal place for old people.
Okay, yeah.
And then I see a head. He pulls in there. And then I have cars behind me, and then he does a U-E, and I see him waiting to get back into the lane. And then I see him again, and he's like having a meltdown.
Right.
And I'm like, Jesus Christ, this guy's gonna try to fucking follow me.
Yes.
And he's in the back of all these cars, and I just keep looking in my rear mirror because my house is like a few blocks down.
Right.
So I pull into like where I would live. I take a few neighborhoods, come back, and then I park my truck right in front of where the surveillance camera is.
Yeah.
And I just went inside.
Yeah.
People
are nuts.
Every 20 minutes I kept walking out like, is this dude about to fucking come out here?
Right, yeah. Yeah. I've gotten real better about my any kind of road rage. I do not really react to people anymore about anything because people are so fucking crazy now.
Oh yeah.
You could just get shot.
Oh yeah, I've seen so many things like on like Reddit public freak out of like fucking people just getting shot over minor things.
Some lady just got shot just because she honked at some dude this was like a month or two ago in Colorado Springs. Some lady just got fucking shot because she honked at some dude. People are crazy, bro.
You have to be fucking wild just to be. Oh, it's probably like the one guy who fucking got out of his car with you. It's that type of person.
Right, yes.
Who's just immediately getting honked at. They're like, I'm not in the wrong. Gun.
Yes, yeah, for sure. For sure.
It's no self-defense, only self-offense.
Yeah, and then you just kill a mom.
What are we at?
55.
Right, we can keep going.
Okay.
Yeah, we can keep going a little bit. Has there ever... have you ever had your gun on you when you ever thought you would had to have used it?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Not really, no. Usually, like when I carry my gun, I just get more paranoid than if I don't have it. If
Oh,
that makes
really?
sense. Yeah,
I'm
I'm
always worried when I'm around, like at night at my place. Like, I
Yeah.
have mace and shit, but I'm like been debating on the gun. But then I'm also like, do I have that in me? Like, I feel like I would just pull it out immediately when I feel like a fight or flight situation,
Right,
and I'm
yeah.
like, that's not how that should work.
right. And it's not how it should work, but you can't trust that another person is gonna think the same way. Like,
Oh,
are
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Because if they have a gun too, then it just becomes
Right.
an actual situation.
Right, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I just don't think you can trust anybody to just fight nowadays. You know what I,
No.
Yeah, people don't just do that anymore. It's guns.
Yeah.
You're getting shot or I'm getting shot. You know, it seems
Especially
like
when it escalates,
the way
if it starts
is.
here, and then if you pull that gun out, you're here now. Like,
Right,
it's like,
yeah.
it's like this is death.
Yes, it's serious. It's very serious. I don't know. So I just don't really.
There was a YouTube video. Oh fuck it. I could try to show you right now. This kid defends like a mom against like 3 black dudes on a bus with a katana.
Holy shit! A katana?
Yeah.
My God.
Man defends himself with sword. With sword on bus.
This is a great Google. Why the hell does he have a katana?
I don't know. He's definitely a weeb. Like, they interview him, and he definitely has like
Oh.
like a fucking like weeb energy.
Right.
Yeah, this.
Sword-wielding vigilante comes to the rescue on light rail. He stops 2 men from beating up another man. Now police are taking a closer look, and we are as well. ABC 15's Brian Webb is live at a light rail station with more on this. And Brian, talk about some amazing video here.
Yeah, it certainly is. We know it was uploaded to YouTube on October 13th. According to the Post, the incident happened around 2 a.m. somewhere around here. We're at the station at Central Avenue in Camelback. Now, we don't know who these guys are, what they were fighting about, but we sure know how it ends with the tip of a sword.
Oh my God. Oh damn! They're fucking that dude up.
It's funny. There's like 2 dudes beating the fuck out of somebody, and standing like a foot behind them is just a man. You just see him slowly unsheath a sword, and he has it in the defense stance like this, and he's like, "Time to save the day."
Right.
You know, this dude's been dreaming about this moment.
Yes, for
ever
sure.
since he bought the
For
sword.
sure. For sure.
So those men
Oh.
pounding on the other guy pretty good. Then out of nowhere, a man
Yeah.
wearing a hat, earphones, and long coat draws
Long
a
coat.
full-length sword of some kind out of somewhere, points it at the men, and seems ready to use it. And it works. The 2 guys stop punching their victim and get off the
Holy
train,
shit.
and it is all over.
Wherever you are, rock on.
Oh. There's one of them where they interview him. That is the video, and he's like,
I'll link it at the end of the
Yeah.
podcast.
but yeah, it when they interview him, it's definitely like a nerdier guy,
Right.
But he was like, I knew right when I pulled the sword out, there was nothing they had. You're like, all right, dude.
Oh my God. It's crazy.
He went home and he was like, I'm the hero of today.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
I will say though, if I'm in a fight and I just look behind me and someone's like, stop.
I would quit. I'd be like, okay, bro. I'm good. I don't feel like getting slashed up right now.
Oh, and then he demonstrates what he would do. 'Cause he goes,
Really?
like, you hit him in the gut and then you go down. I'm like, so you just disembowel someone
Oh my God.
just being on a bus and then someone's guts just fall out. You're like, what the fuck?
That's intense. That's intense. All right.
We can end it there.
Yeah. Sounds good. All righty. Thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll see you on the next one.